All right, here we are again. Sorry for being late. But as you, oh, hang on, it's doing it again. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. Sorry for being late, but yeah, I said that in the comments. I got invited to a family, well, how you do it on Christmas Eve, pretty much. I had a wonderful dinner. Thank you again, sister. Your cooking is really, I mean, that was fantastic. And I am definitely stuffed. And yeah, because it is Wednesday, so usually I would go for a pink shiny, and we're gonna do that. And today it's gonna be with a Delibird. So let's see how many, if I'll maybe get it. Alright, so Delibird again, thank you to he's here! Welcome back to the stream, Venmings, how you doing? Thank you for giving me the Delibird in a love ball. And yeah, I'm gonna try and hope that I'll get it tonight. Just let me change the music again, there we go. And I hope you're doing well on this wonderful evening. And Decepticon Sam is here as well, welcome back to the stream, yes, Delibird, indeed. You're welcome, thank you. I thought I had a Delibird, like, ready in a love ball, but, yeah, I don't know, I must have dreamt it or something, which, yeah, make fun of me for that, I get it, but that usually happens, that sometimes happens. My dreams are sometimes so realistic that I actually think I did something. And turns out I didn't, I just dreamt it. So, how are you doing on this fine, well, to me it is Christmas evening, to some of you depending on where you live, it's not Christmas Eve yet. And let's see if I'm gonna get the Delibird maybe tonight. If I don't get the shiny tonight, then I'll try and get it tomorrow. And if I don't get it tomorrow, I'll try on, I think you guys also call it St. Stephen's Day? The 26th. If I don't get it on the 25th, then I'm gonna try on the 26th again. And let's hope that'll work. I could get very unlucky, I could get very lucky. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, I know, right? I know some people think it is kind of funny though, but it's annoying sometimes, especially when you're like me and you have hyper-realistic dreams that use a lot of brain power. No, give me that item, there we go. Have no idea, I don't keep up with the holidays. I'm stuck under my rock where I belong, out in like Patrick Star. Yeah, I'm also not really in a very festive mood. I mean, eating that with dinner with family and all that, that was nice. But other than that, I don't know. And it's also super windy today, at least where I live. Like, extremely windy. And here we go, number one. Of course, not a shiny. That would have been... I would have screamed if that was a shiny, like the first one. Imagine that would have been a very short stream. But yeah, I mean, that has happened before. What was it again? 5 eggs, and I got the shiny Gossifleur, which I did not expect it would happen that fast. And the second one already hatching. Excellent. I forgot. I think Delibird has a low egg counter number. So every Pokemon is programmed with a egg count number. As in the amount of steps you need to take before the egg hatches. And I think with Pokemon like Fiona and some others, it requires a great deal of steps. And I think the lowest amount of egg steps is Magikarp, if I remember correctly. And from what it looks like, at least, I mean, I'm not looking at, I could look it up, but from my intuition here, how quickly these eggs hatch here, I think Delibird has a very low egg hatch step number, whatever you call it. Alright, let's put you two here as well. I know Delibird is not exactly a great Pokemon in competitive, but... oh well, I don't think I'm gonna use this one in competitive if I get it. But a shiny only challenge in the future, definitely. Delibird definitely deserves a evolution. There's that idea that my husband and I had, where it has 2 branching evolutions. One is fairy type, and the other is dark type. So dark ice and dark fairy. I know that would give them 4 times weaknesses, I know. But one is based on Santa Claus, pretty much. Just like the Delibird we all know and love. And the other one is based on, in many European countries, including Luxembourg, there's a, well, let's say an anti-Santa. So an evil black version of Santa. I know it's not really politically correct, but well, that was another time, let me tell you. Already, that's egg number 6, that goes really fast. And he would give the naughty children, well, it depends on the country, but in Luxembourg at the very least, he would give you a wooden stick instead of a gift. And I know this is really dark, then again, that was from another time. That rod or that stick would be used to beat the naughty child. So if you were really naughty, as we call him, the Hosika would come, and instead of gifts, the naughty kid would receive a wooden rod or stick or whatever to get beaten down with. I know this is very dark, but again, that was another time. Not that makes it okay, but that's just what it said and how the oral tradition was. I think, was it Germany or the Dutch? They have the same character, so to speak, but they give him a different name. It's like Campus or something. But it's always like that, like a dark looking, usually black skin Santa. I know, kind of racist, but well, what you gonna do? Usually these old fables, they are not politically correct. Let's just put it that way. Gonna get some food, alright. Is it the beating he didn't know that he needed, but the one he deserved? That's dark. That's really dark. To be fair, I never got I was a good kid. I would say I'm still a good adult, but when I act up right now, I mean, I'm in my 30s, right? My parents just say, whatever, man, that's your problem now, not theirs anymore. But yeah, that's how it was. We also, I really remember that in schools, like two people would come in, one dressed as Santa Claus, and one as the Hosika, as we call him. And well, of course, I mean, like, no one got beaten with a wooden stick, right? But someone would paint their face black, which kind of comes too close to my comfort to blackface, but then again, that's how we grew up. And he would just say, oh, if you are nasty and naughty, I'm gonna give your parents a wooden stick. Be nice. And everyone was fearing him. Like, some kids were terrified of him, which, yeah, I get it, but there's other version of that character, like variations. What was it again? In, I think, the Eastern Bloc of Europe. So former Yugoslavia, where he actually eats naughty children. So they don't get beaten by a rock, you don't have child violence, you have, well, I guess cannibalism. So that's even darker if you really think about it. Man, a lot of these old fables are really messed up, aren't they? Like, really, really messed up. And that's not even the only one. I mean, I'm talking about this one because Christmas, and I think it would fit, but... Oh wow, also making eggs really quickly. Yum. A naughty child. Very tasty. Protein. Naughty protein, yeah. Like, they would be so freaking scared, the little children, right? They would be terrified. Which, I'm not a fan of terrifying or scaring a child into obedience. I also don't like it when, like, authority figures or, like, oh, I only fear God. Like, do I need to fear God? I don't know, what kind of messed up relationship is that? Wouldn't you rather love God than hate him or fear him? I think that's very antiquated, at least when it comes to, like, sociologically. At least he has a good meal, right? Yeah. I mean, with everything getting more expensive, naughty children... Oh, to be fair, I mean, the fertility crisis right now, which I don't think is a crisis. We don't need much more humans, to be honest. But yeah, there's much less and less people having children. And it's probably gonna get harder and harder getting naughty children to eat, I don't know. Do you think the iPad kids are a better meal than my generation of kids? Man, imagine, oh, you're a naughty kid and the kid is just like 6, 7, or whatever the kids do, eating Tide Pods, I don't know. So yeah, these eggs hatch really quickly and they get generated really quickly too, which is very good, considering that I really hope I get the Delibird in these 3 streams. One of them. Reason why that is because all the good girls were taken but me. I just need a bad girl. Oh, so you're into bad girls, huh? I don't know if that's really a good thing. I know, there's also some psycho women out there. Like, being a woman doesn't make you innocent automatically, absolutely not. Alright. Going really quickly, I like this. It's pretty chill in today's stream. Or chat, at least. There's a reason why Santa likes his girls naughty, just a bunch of... Oh boy, that's not a bad joke though, I gotta say. The ho-ho-hos! Alright, wow, that penguin is definitely doing his or her work. I forgot the gender. It's kind of funny that both Delibirds, regardless of the gender, have a beard. Not that I have a problem with that, right? But yeah, it's still kind of funny. But it's a good thing that Delibird makes eggs so quickly and that they hatch rather quickly. Already at the 13th, nice. So I hope you had a good day. I don't know if you guys do Christmas with family or if you're like the Grinch and you hate Christmas, which, well, fair. It is pretty commercialized lately. I did put the announcement in the Discord. I mean, I would get it if people say, okay, I mean, stream, okay, but I'd rather spend time with my family. I would understand that. No, the meal was excellent. Was okay. Had a slow start. I woke up at 7 AM for no reason, which I don't like that. Then you fall asleep, and then you wake up really groggy at 11 AM or something like that. Not a fan of that. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely worse. It's still no shiny. Alone this year as always. Oh, so you don't live with your with your mother. Well, there was also one Christmas where I was pretty much alone. Because parents were somewhere. And, yeah, I pretty much only was with my husband. Well, back then, fiancé. No? Okay, well, from what I've heard of your mom, maybe that is for the best. Oh, you're right, she's in a different state. Alright, next one. Going really quickly here. Let's see. Hope you like the music too, with the fire crackling audience. I really enjoy that. Definitely sets the mood. Hold on, my twin is calling me. Right, you have a twin. If I remember correctly, it's an identical one. It's pretty rare. Rarer than fraternal twins, and people keep... I mean, a lot of people don't know the difference between a fraternal twin and an identical twin. They're not the same. I mean, identical twins are the same. They're essentially biological clones. Clones that Mother Nature did, essentially. So that's when the zygote, in the process of where the cell divides, where it pretty much makes a copy of itself, and then you have the two, yeah, growing into an identical embryo. I know my maternal grandmother had identical twins. Even though, like, it's funny that from her family we had fraternal twins from that side of the family. So genetically speaking, I have higher odds of also having fraternal twins. Because fraternal twins is actually two siblings, like normal siblings who get born at the same time, because instead of one egg releasing, or one oocyte, the woman's body sometimes releases two. It's also sometimes called hyperovulation, and that's genetic. That's a genetic trait. Oh, hey there, Brownie Monster. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Happy Christmas Eve. Hi, Snow Biden. I'm trying to get a shiny male pyro, if that's even possible. Oh, good luck. That's gotta be hard, but I wish you the best of luck. Let me know if you get it. I haven't seen the female mega pyro. Does it look much differently? I've seen the male one. Not the female one, though. Oh, he butt dialed you. Yeah, sometimes it happens. And yeah, I have that. I know for a fact I have that hyper fertility gene, so I had options, quote unquote, warn me that would be maybe a possibility. Well, my sister has it too, but like it didn't happen for her. But I'm already mentally prepared that I might have twins. I know of one case, not in my family now, but know of someone who was part of fraternal triplets, actually. But unfortunately he's from an older generation, and he's the only one surviving. He had two sisters. Man, that's gotta be tough. Like, pregnancy is already tough. I mean, I'm saying that without ever having been pregnant. And I try to keep it that way until I actually try for a child, right? But man, imagine having 3 babies in your stomach. I wonder. I really wonder how women do that. Or even like there's even people who have quadruplets or even more. Wasn't there an octomom at one point? But that was, I don't think that was hyperovulation. I think that was dubious, ethically questionable in vitro fertilization, where they just implanted 8 eggs and all of them, like, became, like, actually worked. Which, from what I know, they don't do that anymore. I think they only implant 1 egg now if you need in vitro fertilization. Thank you. The female is the same as the male, if you're wondering, just like Mega Meowstick. Ah, okay. Yeah, I like that. Mega Meowstick. I mean, I really like Meowstick, of course. And I really like that the Mega Evolution... Well, first off, that it got a Mega Evolution, and second, that it's pretty much genderless. Or it's kind of the both genders in one. I really like that. Called him back and said, "What the hell do you want, bro? I'm busy." And was like, "Well, I'm sorry. Are you busy watching my stream? I don't know. Do you call that busy?" But yeah, he's your, speaking of twins, right? You kind of, because you said your twin is calling me, that kind of started that conversation. Intersex Meowstick, very based. I actually know some intersex people who, I mean, they got born that way, and I asked them, okay, they got a, their parents made them have a surgery that they could not consent to because they were newborns, and newborn cannot consent to anything. And then they were later on considered trans, technically, because they wanted to be considered non-binary, because that's how they felt. And that's... I don't know why that's so controversial, but I had that conversation with other women before, where they asked, oh, if you had a baby with, like, ambiguous genitalia, it turns out it's, like, XXY, or, like, kind of in between intersex. I mean, there's different intersex conditions, right? Wouldn't you do that? I'm like, no. No, I let the child decide. If they're old enough, I would have no problem raising a kid genderless. Why should I decide? I mean, could also happen to my kids that, I don't know, yeah, okay, I could give birth to a son, but maybe that son later says, "Mom, I feel like a girl." And, I mean, I know trans people are like 0.1% of the population, but it could still happen. And that would be none of my business. I mean, why make it hard for trans people? They already got it hard enough. Try not. There's only do or do not. Well, okay, I mean, I'm taking oral contraceptive because right now I don't want a child. That would... I mean, I'm already, financially speaking, not in the best state. I don't have a, I don't have a real quote-unquote job yet, so how the hell would I, you know, how would I do that? That would be very highly irresponsible. Hey there, Jonas Sales 99. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Happy Christmas Eve. If the kid is genderless, how do they go to the bathroom like anyone else? What do you mean? Like, how do they urinate? Is that your question? Which, that depends on how they're formed down there. But like, what gender bathroom they would need to take? That's a good question. Yeah, that's why we should... I mean, I don't know why people are so angry about there being 3 gender options for, like, a bathroom. Like, what's the problem? But yeah, as to how they go to the bathroom, I mean, they can still... I have to say it crudely, piss like anyone else, right? That works. Your kid is a Starmie, their gender is mysterious. Mystery gender. But yeah, legitimately, like, people have screamed at me like, oh, how dare you, but what am I doing wrong? I think it's actually unethical to force a gender onto a kid that can't even, like, the baby doesn't have a freaking concept of that. And, Shouldn't I just let them decide once they are old enough and mature enough to understand said decision? And I mean, it's their body. I know I gave birth to them then, but still, I really don't like that. Some parents really think that their children are a mini version of them, which kind of they are, but like what I mean is they hope that the child will, like they see their child as an extension of themselves, and the child needs to do things that they couldn't do in their lives. Like, no, or it needs to be like them, needs to like the same things. Like, no, this is like biological lottery. You get what you get, right? You can't choose. That's easy, don't have sex. That's the easiest way instead of taking contraceptives, unless you like seeing someone behind your husband's back. What do you think my husband and I do? Do I need to spell this out? Yeah, I don't think I need to spell this out, right? Please don't make me. But yeah, no, I mean, I love him very much, and one day I would love to have children with him, but like, not right now. You know, keep your legs closed and nothing will happen. I mean, I'm in a stable relationship for next year. It's gonna be 16 years. Do you expect me to never make love with my husband? I mean, I've never been pregnant ever before. I never had that. I regularly take the test. I never failed. It could fail, potentially, yes. Child, yeah, I know I came from you, but I'm not you. Yeah, I mean, I know it's weird when you just, like, read it out like that, but yeah. I've seen so many parents like, oh, why my child doesn't want to have contact with me anymore, woo-hoo-hoo. And then you get behind it, and then, oh, it turns out you're abusive. Or they, I don't know, they had a dream of always being good, like an athlete, and then they force their child to become one, even though they don't want to become one. Like, come on, the only thing I want my children to be is as healthy as possible and a good, kind-hearted, empathetic person. That's what I want them to be. Come on, Van Minx, you know how it is when you're in a long-term relationship like that. Do you expect me to never do the deed with him? Like, come on. But yes, you're right. If you abstain, you can't become pregnant. But I mean, we all we have that technology now to 60 years. Jesus, woman, 16 years, not 60 years. 60 years. That would not work. Like, I can't time. Like, that would mean I would have been together with him before I was even born, and before he was born. How the hell would that work? But yeah, next February it's gonna be 6 years of marriage and 16 years of being together in a relationship. Man, time flies so quickly, I swear. If our relationship would be a child, it'd be a teenager now. Sweet 16. And we're having very interesting conversations again, aren't we? Like always. Okay, still red penguin. Okay, and the egg is... Oh, I really like that the eggs are being generated really quickly. Fantastic. Saves me a lot of time. And the next one already hatching. Fantastic. 29. And no. Of course not. I think I need to cancel the stream on Friday though, unfortunately, because I need to be somewhere in the early morning. What the hell? Why does it say sign in to chat? What the hell? Huh? I mean, you can't see this, but what is happening? Oh well. Like, why is weird stuff happening all the time? Am I a magnet for that? And why would I need to sign? I'm already signed in, like, huh? It was 6 years, that would be impossible. I'm not even... Like, I'm not even that old, how would that work? Alright, let's see. And no. Poor Delibird. Delibird has something that I like to call Generation 2 syndrome or Johto syndrome. And that is, like, many Johto Pokemon, they have a really cute design, but competitively speaking, they're utterly useless. Delibird, Dunsparce, even with the Dunsparce, it's still not that good from what I've seen. TM Magnet Bomb. Alright, the first box is already full. On to X2. I was wondering, like, what the hell? Why does it say on my chat, please sign in to chat? This is my chat, what are you talking about? And next egg is already hatching really quickly, I like this. So how about you, Brownie Monster? Are you doing something with family today or maybe tomorrow? Because actually, Christmas is tomorrow, right? Not today. Today is Christmas Eve, that's something else. Although in some countries in Europe, it's actually today. If I remember. Is it in Portugal? And Groundhog Day, is that not the 2nd February? Because that's the day I got married. So I got married on Groundhog's Day. But we don't have Groundhog Day in Europe. I have no idea what that is about. That's one of these holidays that only the US, I think, has. In November, back in November, many people wished me a happy Thanksgiving. I said thank you, but like we don't have Thanksgiving. That's also an American culture thing. And still a red penguin. Also, poor thing has a horrible moveset. Stats are terrible. It has a 4x weakness against rock. So Stealth Rocks is already gonna just destroy this penguin before it even can act. And it doesn't really have the best defenses or HP, so there's literally no reason to use a Delibird competitively. Don't really know yet. Did set up the Christmas tree and there's some bags and boxes under it that I'm tempted to touch. You gotta wait till tomorrow. I even have a Christmas tree, but I don't know. Like I said in a previous stream, I just didn't feel festive, and now I think it's a bit too late to set it up. Gotta clean my whole flat anyway, so maybe it's for the good. Maybe it's for the best. Alright, let's put you two beauties in there. Man, the wind is crazy. I know you can't hear it, but... You know, when I was driving today, I actually felt my car getting moved by the wind, I'm not kidding. Like, that's how windy it was. They did give out a warning. Well, yeah, it's not really a snowy Christmas. I don't think we're gonna get that much snow anymore with global warming and all that. Still remember when I was a small child, just the winters were full of snow. We built snowmen together, we had snowball fights and all that. And now, if we do have snow, it's that disgusting brown sludge that no one likes. Or black ice on the streets. I don't like that either. Nearly broke a nail putting up dishes for my mom. What tomorrow? Oh, luckily it didn't. A nail though. Putting up dishes, as in like those dishes that you hang on the wall? Is that what you mean? I know there's some cultures that have special plates that you don't eat out of, but you hang them up on the wall. But glad you didn't do the gravity testing, because believe me, gravity works. I think it's gonna work for a long time. You don't need to test it. Come on, lady, cross your arms. Come on, Delibird, make some babies. There we go. It's very quiet today. Grandpa gave us new brooms. Merry Christmas. You can start in the kitchen. Oh, that's mean. I mean, there's some people out there who don't get anything for Christmas, right? Oh, stacking them up. I see, I see. And the next egg already ready to get picked up. And people told me and warned me to not do the Masta method in Violet. I'm still gonna do it because I just want to see how it is. And apparently it's not fun and it's tedious. And it's much easier just hunting the shinies in the wild. But I want to at least try it once. And then I'll give you my opinion on that. It's so windy. I hope the crows are alright, my crow buddies. There were some tree branches on the street too. Merry Christmas, it's a coffee maker. Lots of cream, lots of sugar. Get moving! Oh, well, this is reality to some people. Or the stories that I heard of people who have siblings where one is the golden child and the other is neglected. Very sad stories of them getting something really bad. And the other one getting, I don't know, something really expensive. How can you do that? I never understood the... Like when people said, oh, I like this kid more than the other. I mean, okay, I don't have children, but I don't know. And still no shiny. Well, to be fair, I still haven't gotten 100 eggs, so I'm not expecting one in tonight's stream. Merry Christmas, go away. So you didn't get anything for Christmas, I take it? It looks like my brother will give me the other like the 3DS capture card for Christmas, and the DS Fat capture card would be my late birthday present then, which that really comes in handy because I was just about, like I told you I think before, but I'm gonna say it again because it feels good ranting about it. But man, I had the money together for both, and then I get a bill from my landlady, and it's like, oh, you need to still pay 200 euros in like heating costs, and like, wow. And the money is gone. It wasn't 200, it was more 200 and something, but bam, that's when the money is gone. And I needed to immediately pay it. Oh, those were references. But yeah, usually, I mean, we didn't really celebrate Christmas that much, even growing up. I don't know, we were never really a Christmas fanatic family. Hey there, Jana, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Merry Christmas to you as well. PvP grind right now? Alright. How are we doing tonight? Yeah, I came back from my sister. We were invited to a fantastic dinner, even like a 3-course meal, and she made everything. It was fantastic, very tasty. And that's why I kind of, I left my husband and I, we left first, or the earliest, so I could still stream at least a little bit. Alright, number 40. Let's see. No? Last 2 weeks of the year. Frescoma. Oh yeah, I also gotta... Oh man, when I go to the Netherlands, I'm gonna eat so many Spekulatiestaven. These elements of paying your bills, the landlords, the air lord, the fire lord, and the water lord. It's true though, like that was... The timing was horrible. Like the worst timing ever. And it was the first heating bill where we needed to pay something back. Usually I got money back because I don't really heat that much. I tend to just dress warmer when it's getting cold. And well, I mean, we're still getting the capture cards, right? Just unfortunately not as early as I thought I was gonna get them. Okay, let's see, did I miscount slightly? Elements of eviction. Well, it wasn't an eviction notice, right? But, still. If I didn't pay that, I would be a lot in the red, and no thanks. It's annoying, but sometimes it is like that. And it's another shiny. And it's funny how the bag with the presents, it is essentially its tail. And the next egg is already ready. I think it's going really quickly. Female shiny lit Leo. Oh boy, this is gonna take forever. Wait, I thought, isn't it the males who are rarer than the females with lit Leo? What's the gender difference again? Like 80-20 or something like that? Most of them are girls, if I remember correctly. Some Christmas Christmas tea, not Christmas tree. I do have a Christmas tree, but lazy bum me didn't completely forgot of setting it up in the first place, and now I'm not gonna do it. I think it's a bit too late, and I don't feel like doing it anyway. God, winds are crazy. Keep hearing them outside. I'm always worrying about my crow bros, about my crow friends, when it's that stormy. Where males, girls get too much. Isn't that based on the actual lion? I could be wrong, but I think if I remember correctly with lions it's actually like that. Like most are born female. Because usually with mammals it's 50-50 and almost every other animal too. Well, roughly 50-50, not exactly 50-50, but... Because I think the female embryos are a bit more stable than male ones, if I remember correctly. But male sperm is easier to produce than female sperm. So I think it's actually 49% to 51% if I remember reading something like that. Again, could be that, did I get it wrong? Imagine getting a female shiny salandit. That would be also really hard to get. Or the combi. I remember one streamer who... how many male shinies did he get before he got the female one? It was a crazy amount. I mean, how many eggs do you need to get the... It was, I think, in the 10,000s of eggs that he needed to breed to finally get the female shiny. And then I remember another one was trying to do the master method on a route on X or Y. I don't remember which one it was. And they accidentally drove into the grass and got a wild encounter, and that one was shiny. That was pretty funny. Gotta find that one. I mean, that was years ago, but it was... I always remember that one. He got a shiny flabébé in the ground. I think it was a flabébé. So imagine using hours and hours of your time to breed a shiny, and then, whoops, accidentally go into the grass, and then you have it. Not the shiny that you were looking for, but I mean, a shiny is a shiny, right? Like yesterday, where I got another shiny Halucha. And a shiny Go-Goat, which I never had a shiny Go-Goat before, now I have one. It's a pretty cool shiny, I mean... Not the best, but definitely also not the worst. The worst shinies are definitely like Steel, Garchomp, no, Garchomp, not Chomp, although I like to say Chomp because I don't like the Pokemon, but yeah, all of these that barely change. I mean, that just... I know there's one guy on YouTube who... How many runaways was he in the Safari Zone? 25,000 for a shiny Natu? Like, seriously? A shiny Natu? That sucks. Why a shiny Natu? That many resets for such a crappy shiny? I don't know. I don't think that's warranted. No, I hope the poor burbs are okay. Man, it seems to be really windy. And tomorrow I hope I'll see them again. Because they just know. They just have to land somewhere where I can see them. And then they know, just wait and she'll give you food. What an easy life. They don't even have to hunt anymore. That crazy lady, which is me, just gives them food for free, essentially. Well, I think that was an item. There we go. And next one, what are we at? 49 already, alright. No, not a shiny. I might actually get it in 3 streams, maybe tomorrow even. Yeah, maybe I'll actually do it. Maybe I'll start the stream earlier tomorrow. Then I have more time. Because I actually, if the shiny does hatch, then it says the 25th December. I mean, what date would be more fitting than that one? Okay, put you back. Hey there, Kaiser Karmazin. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Happy Christmas Eve. Wishing everyone happy holidays. Thank you. I wish you the very same thing. At least this is going really quickly with the Delibird. I hope you're doing good. I had a wonderful dinner with family. My sister made a really great 3-course meal. Put a lot of work into it and it was fantastic. Got lucky and my grade in anatomy was curved, so I got the curved grades. Yeah, I had one. I had some professors at university who did that. So I did in fact get a 4.0 GPA, a perfect GPA! Wow, Kaiser, amazing, congratulations. I could not do that. Well, okay, we don't have GPA in Europe, but like the perfect score across the board, no. But wow, amazing, Kaiser. You should be proud of yourself, absolutely. Big W. And let me know if you need any shinies. I mean, because you're a Patreon, you're eligible. And there's more shinies that I can clone now, all the 3DS ones that I uploaded. Let's do a Lemniscate because this is Infinite Omniverse after all. There we go. First 4.0 I've ever gotten for a semester in college. Also, don't worry, I'm very proud of myself. Alright, that's good. Because you should be. You absolutely should be. I'm very certain that you worked really hard for that. And, yeah, definitely treat yourself. Whatever you think that means. If that means going to a spa, if that means eating something that you almost never eat, if it means buying a console, I don't know. But definitely treat yourself. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, although I think everyone here knows what a 4.0 GPA is. Anyways, I'm really here to discuss the most jolly and merry thing I can. The Epstein files. Oh boy, yeah. I mean, you're probably aware what happened, right? Did you hear that the Department of Injustice, as I like to call them, screwed up the censoring so people would be able to... Yeah, I've seen it. And oh freaking boy, at least like I even shared that on my Discord. Like some files that even like got released, mostly unredacted. Like this is, I mean, what are people expecting? Fascists are inherently incompetent. I mean, it's not the first time that a fascist administration has effed up so hard. Although some people are making the argument that some of the FBI workers did that on purpose. Was it that? Was it rebellion? Was it malicious compliance? Was it incompetence? I don't know. I actually hope something happens this time. I mean, this is just freaking disgusting. And Trump files are horrifying. Yeah, absolutely. I'm still afraid that Trump will run again and win. So, yeah, that's the thing. Like, so corrupt and openly. Even wasn't it MAGA and QAnon and all of these idiots who kept saying, "Oh, there's Pizzagate. There are PDF files," and then when it's actually their leader being a very notorious PDF file, then it's like, oh no, that never happened. First the files didn't exist, now they did exist and they are fake. Like, this is corruption on a level that trumps anything else. I mean, pun kind of intended. That is just insane. Like, they're not even hiding anything anymore. The oligarchs are very, very transparent and people just don't care. Or they are overworked by the system. Whichever it is, but this is just... like, that is the reality that we're living in now. We're watching in real time as the American justice system falls apart. It should. Like, where's the justice in that? Trump is officially above the law. Nobody's doing anything but say you can't do that, and that's practically nothing. And then people say, oh, you're just woke when you say they're not fascist, they're not like, no, they are fascist. They are definitely fascist. I mean, this is one of the pillars of fascism, that the leader is above the law, so to speak. The worst that will happen, they'll just get 2 to 3 scapegoats and leave it at that. Don't even begin to hope for anything tangible to happen. If nothing tangible or productive happens, then I lost all of my faith in humanity. I mean, this is just crazy. And it's so unfair. Like, I'm not a fan of the Democrats either, right? They're lip-tards for me, but... like, imagine if this... like, if Biden did this, then they would be all... like, that would be all over the news, and he would get demonized. I mean... if he really did that, Biden, if it was him, then that would be just that he would get demonized. But, oh no, when it's a Republican, then they suddenly don't care. Like, what about that QAnon, a Pizzagate thing? Like, we actually have a scandal like that now. That's not fake. That's actually happening, and it's... I mean, I don't know how much you read of the files, but like one of them, that just drove me nuts. I actually was almost about to vomit when I read that. I'm not kidding. Like, I read that and I felt nauseous. That was about the cruise ship where, well, one 13-year-old woman, no, not woman, my bad, girl, because they're not women, they're children, they're girls. They, like that girl got pregnant because of, you know, grape without the G. And I'm not kidding, they tossed the newborn into the water. And then, at the same time, the Republicans rave about, oh no, abortion, that's killing babies. Like, and they are literally killing babies. Like, what the hell? Like, the hypocrisy. But again, as you know, how does the adage go? Every accusation is a confession, and that's definitely what's happening here. Let's be real here. All of the richest people are in on the... Yeah. I think almost all billionaires are tied to Epstein in some way. Money means control, and they do in fact stand above the law, since they control how they are made. And that's why I'm a leftist, because it's a... Like, capitalism is one of the systems, not the only system, right? But one of the systems that just incentivizes things like that to happen. Get ready for the Trump class battle. Oh, Jesus Christ. The Republicans are fascists, the Democrats are enablers. We are watching collapse of an empire. It can't collapse. Like, why? Like, the January 6th thing? Why did they storm the Capitol? For what? And for this, nothing gets stormed? Like, this would be a legitimate reason for every American citizen to get their torches and pitchforks, or I guess their AK-47s, because that's legal over there, and storm the... I mean, this would be a legitimate reason for a mass strike. Or like the populace going crazy. This would absolutely be justified, in my opinion. Haven't read all the files, but what I've read made me stick to my... Yeah, I almost, like, vomited. That's how horrible it was. Didn't even need the coffee this morning. Like, that was enough to wake me up. In a really bad way. Exactly what you're talking about. That make me... Yeah, that is just... And just the hypocrisy, man. Like, they're constantly saying, oh, the others, they want... Abortions are bad and evil. And they do this... Like, this is... This is a bajillion times more evil than any abortion ever. Feed it to the fish. Yeah, feed all the fascists to the fish. That would be nice. Oh, and yeah, I got a warning on Reddit. Because I said something not so nice about Nazis. So, there's that too. Let's not forget, this man is the anointed chosen of God. Trump is Christ. Yeah, I imagine. So Christ would ever let this man into the kingdom of heaven? Well, you know how the Bible verse goes, right? Or which one was it again? It's easier to put a camel through the hole of a needle than it is for a very rich person to go to heaven. What is pointless, Jono? Oops. I didn't want to open up my bag. But man, this is just so freaking unjust. It's just, that makes my blood boil. And I'm usually, I would say, a calm person. And this just... Oh, God. Like, we let this happen. This is... If you would write this in a movie script or, like, whatever you're creating, your story, your novel... They would say, oh, this is too much on the nose. Or they would say, this is unrealistic. Or they would say it's too much of an Aesop, or your politics are showing. But no, this is real life. Machine? Oh, the battleship, you mean? Hey there, Kaito Skywaker. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? A happy Christmas Eve to you. Wasn't expecting to come to a discussion like that. Did I disturb anything? No, it's just like a normal Infinite Omniverse stream, but man, there have been leaks. I mean, where do I even begin? Like, the you know, when they released the Epstein files and they were pretty much blacked out, all of them, and people just saw that they were very incompetently blacked out. And yeah, some very horrible things came to light. And we're talking about that now. America's effed. I'm so glad I get to be the one stuck in it. I hope for your sake that you'll be able to get to Europe, because people keep saying, oh, Europe is going down, it's going under. Yeah, I mean, if you're a US citizen, you should not be saying that. Like, look at your country. And also you get a lot of right-wing propaganda where you think we're getting destroyed by Muslim immigrants, which no. No, that's not really happening. I mean, yeah, we have some, like, terrorists here. But no US citizen should point fingers towards us because they have a shooting every single day, pretty much. But yeah, the US, I mean, if that empire kind of deserves to fall. Your people deserve better than this, absolutely. And I can't believe, like, he got elected. And they probably do it again because they're freaking idiots. I mean, these levels of denial are just unbelievable. And I still can't believe that this is reality now. Like, this is crazy. From what I read, a civil war might break. Honestly, I know I'm not pro-war, right? But this would be very understandable. Like, this is... the people of the United States should not accept this. At all. We should not tolerate this. This is comically evil. This is like I said previously, if you'd write that in your story, the people, like the editor would say, no, that's too evil, too much on the nose. And it's happening. It's actually real life, you know? Been begging my family to pursue Belgian citizenship, and they think giving up American citizenship is scary and bad. You don't understand that this is a second coming. Yeah, it is. Like, the Nazis have not died out. They're still there. Unfortunately. We also have them in Europe, and unfortunately they're gaining more and more votes, and you know, that's also scary. All of these things that my grandparents warned me about, those are happening right now, and the same people who back then in history class said, oh, I wouldn't fall for that propaganda, are now spouting right-wing talking points, or even extreme far-right talking points. Like, bro, do you not see that you're falling for the exact same tactics? Probably not, because they're delusional, or they think, oh, not me, I can't be wrong. I don't know what goes inside of their heads. It's just baffling, and it's worrying too. Don't want to be stuck in this nation. Understandable. When camps come back, I know my political beliefs would get me stuck in a camp. Oh, yeah. With every far-right uprising, you know, the first ones who go? The leftists. Especially anarchists like me. We are the first one on the chopping block. The absolute first ones, because we have something called class consciousness. And they don't... the ruling class does not like that when you have that. Especially when you are yourself working class. And I mean, look at Rosa Luxemburg. She was a bougie leftist, and even she got the chopping block, so... yeah, it's not a good time to be there at the moment. And I mean, it's your life, right? You still do whatever you want to do, but I would definitely implore you to try and get Belgian citizenship and stay in Europe. And the European passport is really strong. Like, you can go to so many countries without needing a visa. Like the whole Schengen room, or, well, I wanted to say Schengen Raum, but that's Luxembourgish. The whole Schengen contract, that's a lot of countries where you can freely work, travel, and live. So even if when you have the Belgian citizenship, you don't need to live in Belgium per se. You could say, I want to be in the Netherlands, or, I don't know, Luxembourg maybe. Have my own worries regarding the political spectrum. Next year is gonna be election year in my country. And I'm scared that Orban will cheat the win for... oh, I hate Orban. I can't tell you how much... well, I mean, I hate others more like Trump, but Orban, jeez. He's a Russian asset again, just like Trump. And I really hope he doesn't win the election. He's that's gonna like they said in Project 2025, like they're not even hiding it anymore. It's very transparent, and that makes me like even more upset because they're not hiding it. Read Project 2025. They outright say that they want, like the oligarch and the Heritage Foundation and all of these right-wing think tanks and all the billionaires, they want to destabilize the EU so they could get rid of our work reforms, our workers' rights, and all the other regulations that we have set in place. That's what they want to do, and that's why they also use Orban as a puppet. So, Kryto, if you wanna do something, definitely. I mean, you're probably not gonna vote for him anyway, but yeah, you need to vote. I'm no anarchist, but I can't say I'm much better. But yeah, I mean, if you look in history, like, if you look into history, you're gonna see, like, the first ones that got, let's say, deleted were the anarchists, always. Because those are, maybe I shouldn't say the most class-conscious, but maybe the most radical when it comes to wanting a change in the system. So I know that when the far right is strong in Europe, yeah, I'm gonna be... Yeah. I don't know what, well, I don't like talking about people behind their back, so to speak, but I don't know what, what's it called again? Keanu 12 or Keanu X12, whatever. I don't know what he thinks. Oh, I'm blonde, I can't get deported. Like, no, do you really think they're gonna care? Yeah, by any definition, I am an Aryan. Of course, like, that's BS, of course, but, like, I would still be on the chopping block. Because I'm just too left for them. If people call Mamdani a communist, then what the hell am I? Yeah, I know, right? Like, calling him a communist? He's a social democrat, maybe. Like, that's not even socialist. People just don't know the difference. But then again, if I ask people, oh yeah, like, especially people criticizing communism. Which, I mean, you're free to do that, right? But they criticize it, and then I ask them, okay, tell me the difference between communism and socialism. They can't tell me, because they don't know. Because they probably read that stupid Ayn Rand, Atlas Shrugged book, and all of these. They believe, I don't know, Prager University, which isn't a university, by the way. It's a far-right think tank. It's billionaires trying to convince you to vote against your own interests. Try to stay away from the political BS, but I do my own voting. Orban's rival is very strong, and he might be the only hope. Because of all Orban's provocation bounces off from him. Oh, what's the rival again? And, like, what political party? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, I know like, a woman from Hungary, and one of the best friends of my brother is also Hungarian, and he's also very worried. Needs to wake up. He needs to wake up. I know he's not coming back, but yeah, I hope for his sake he's waking up, because that is just incredibly ignorant if he thinks he's never gonna get deported because he's blonde. Like, no, that's not how this works. This is also why I laugh about that one fascist, that really right-wing stupid person. I don't want to say the name. If he finds this video, then he's probably gonna sue me, but there's one gay person in Luxembourg who created the right-wing party wasn't right-wing enough, so he made an even more right-wing party. You know exactly what that means. And, like, he's gay. He doesn't understand that if they win, he's gonna be on the chopping block. Do you really think they're gonna be okay with him? No, like, that is delusional. Like, those are the token people, like the pick-me girl who's like, oh, I'm not like other girls and I only deal with men because there's no drama. No, you just have very low emotional intelligence. Peter Magyar, and I believe he might be a nationalist or something. I don't think I've heard of that name before. Then again, I know of Orban, but I'm not that knowledgeable when it comes to Hungarian politics. Except for Orban, and I know that he's a yeah, Russian asset, a puppet. Anyone can anyone can be deported. I mean, veterans have been deported before. It's insane. Yeah. That's not gonna save him. Oh well, he needs to, like, he's an adult. If he doesn't learn it now, then I don't know. I'm not everyone's mom, right? I'm not gonna tell him that he's wrong. But I have a feeling that it's gonna be too late, and then he'll see that he was wrong all along. But then it's like, yeah, I told you so. Now, that's a frustrating part. And it breaks my heart, honestly. Like, seeing so many people, even who I consider to be friends, suddenly spewing right-wing talking points, or saying, oh, he's not that, Nick Fuentes isn't that right-wing. Like, huh? How can you say that? Or then they say very confidently, oh, I would never fall for that kind of propaganda, and then they fall for the propaganda. Or they say, oh, back then these people were so stupid to fall for Nazi propaganda, and what do? Oh, you can't get late, and now you're a Nazi all of a sudden. Like, okay, this is happening now? Not usually talking about politics, and I usually tend to avoid that. I'm sorry for my No, don't worry about it. I mean, especially when Kaiser Karmazin is here, sometimes we just have the politics talk. I myself am absolutely not afraid to talk about politics. I think it's important. Precisely because people who say, oh, I don't care about politics, or I am apolitical, which I'm like, either that means you don't know enough, or you're a fence sitter, or you're right-wing and you just don't want to admit it. But like, oh, you know who does care about politics? Your landlord, and that's why his interests are there, not yours. And your bank, and your boss. So maybe now it's time to get at least a little bit political. The only thing now missing is a summer camp and a train to complete the vision. Like, really? No one ever pays attention in history class? Yeah, we never really, exactly, we don't learn. Like, if you really look into history, like, the same things are happening again. Like, the exact same things. Alright, I'm gonna head out for today. My family wants me back for Christmas celebrations. Thanks for the stream as usual, and it was a very productive conversation, John. Well, thank you for being part of the stream, as always. Love talking to you here. Always having great discussions when you're here. And I wish you a merry or happy Christmas Eve. And if we don't see each other before then I wish you a good night. Sleep tight. Do not let the bedbugs bite. And hopefully see you in tomorrow's stream. So until then, have a good one. Hi, hello nerd. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing good, and Merry Christmas to you too. Alright, I think the chat topic will change now. I mean, if you guys are like not comfortable speaking about certain things, please do let me know. But as you know me, I mean, I've been doing this for a while now. I can pretty much talk about and yap about anything. Like, even very dark stuff. I don't know what it is, but... We have a saying in Luxembourgish, which goes... Über Gott und Welt schwätzen, which translates to talk about God and the world. And that means, like, if you're able to talk about anything, like any topic. Issue is the world is somewhat in the same state. People cannot afford anything, can't get job exactly. Literally the same, totally understandable to be like that, I get it. Yeah, but then like learn from history. Voting right wing is voting against your interest. If you're a worker and you vote right wing to get lower rent and everything, like that is just shoot yourself in the foot immediately. Like that would be more productive. Not wanting to be your opponent in the political talk here. I mean, I get it, I understand. There has to be some drastic measures. Yeah, there has to be drastic measures, absolutely, I agree. Just not right-wing ones, because, surprise, they don't work. If you vote conservative, then it's just gonna get worse again. I mean, look at history. And it's not the fault of the evil immigrant. It's the billionaires. Don't seem to get it. There are not enough people to vote for the good part we want. There are drones. I mean, I do get it. It's scary how stupid the average person is, so to speak. And yeah, they are drones. I mean, on the topic, in Germany, the guy who got voted in, like, he was part of a extreme scandal where he essentially embezzled millions and millions of euros. The Cum-Ex scandal, if you want to Google that. So C-U-M-E-X. I know it sounds like that word, but it's not. It doesn't have to do anything with that. But yeah, they don't care if he's corrupt. They're gonna vote for him again. I don't know if nothing will change. Let's see how it goes. Maybe something will change. It will change for the better, or it will change for the worst. But from what I've read from Project 2025 and what the oligarchs want, they want to transition to a phase of where no one owns anything except them. Everything is a subscription, and we return to feudalism essentially. But neo-techno-feudalism. Which is horrifying. So all the progress that we made is essentially getting undone. But if we let them, that is the thing. If we let them. If we don't let them, then that's not gonna happen. We need to be the resistance. And we outnumber them, right? Yeah, the rich might be much more powerful than we are, but there are more of us than there are of them. And people just forget that, or they don't realize it. A worldwide strike would actually do really good, but are we capable of organizing like that? Like worldwide organizing? I don't know. I think with the internet that would be much easier, but yeah, the internet, I mean, Jono, you know, right? 10, 15 years ago the internet was... It was just more fun to be on the internet back then. I mean, some things were not as good, right? You could find shock videos, some really horrifying videos, really way too easily. But a lot of things were much more genuine. There weren't that many ads everywhere. And like that internet, we're never gonna get that back. Google used to be so much more precise. You'd get much better... Yeah, you would get results that exactly fit what you typed in, and nowadays you get AI slop, ads, scams, and maybe you'll find what you're looking for. And that's the thing. People who are being born now, or even like people in chat who are like 16 or 15 years old, they didn't grow up like that. They don't know that we used to have a better internet, and some other things were better too. Like technology, in a way, okay, it wasn't as advanced, but you bought the game, and the game was already full. No DLC that you needed to pay 30 euros to play the full game. You bought it once and you got the full game. Or cars, like we didn't have stupid large screens that are really distracting. Or stupid subscription models where you need to pay more in order to unlock something that's built into the car anyways. Like, why are we accepting that? There should be a mass outcry. This is just unacceptable. But people are just okay with that. Or with, I mean, it's in every facet of our lives, pretty much. Another example would be streaming, watching movies, watching series. Back then, when Netflix was new, or streaming essentially was new. Oh yeah, it's much better than cable because you don't pay as much and you have a big choice. And now, due to monopolization, everything's going downhill. Subs and extra payments are normal and accepted now. Yeah, I hate it. I really hate it. It's horrible. It's not a nice Like, everyone also keeps thinking that tech will save us. No, the tech bros, look what they're doing. They're essentially, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that, they are the enemies of the working class right now. DLC, microtransactions, AI, layoffs, those are some of the reasons why I stopped gaming. I can't blame you. I'm playing old games or retro games much more frequently than the newer games. Yeah, it's sad, Jono, you're right. It really is. And I kind of feel powerless to do anything. I mean, I vote, I'm also engaged politically, but that's just me. That's one person. And then there's my husband, maybe, but like, we are two people. That's not enough. Yeah, we have a two-class system. Either you're a capitalist and you can get away with grape without the G, as dark as it sounds, but it's true. It's literally happening before our eyes. I mean, come on. Or you are a peasant, a working class, and well then, too bad. The laws apply to you, but they don't apply to the ruling class, and that's just like, why are we accepting that? Mass layoffs is another thing. The pension systems are crumbling. They are crying, oh, we need more people, the fertility crisis, yada yada yada. But we pretty much have enough people on this earth already. We just need to change that system. Like, not have a pension system that's essentially a Ponzi scheme, if you think about it. I'm back, George, where we're still talking about politics. Always happens. Alright, let's see. 85? Come on. Oh, that would be nice if it were shiny. No? Okay. Maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. Oh, we still have... What do we have? 13 minutes? Maybe, who knows? I know if you saw yesterday, but I got 2 new shinies. Well, one of them I already have. Another shiny Halucha. And a shiny Go-Goat. Delibird or Iron Bundle? Good question. I mean, Iron Bundle is better competitively. So maybe Iron Bundle then. Tech would be the savior as well as science, but we want money and we gotta get so much out of it. Invest into our targets. Yeah. And like the AI that they're investing in, they think that in 10 years it's gonna be on the same level of cognition of humans, and like the scientists and computer scientists have been telling them, no, we have a scaling problem. Like, we need exponentially more water and electricity and raw computing power, and that's just not gonna work out. But there's already trillions of dollars invested into that, and they're betting on it. So we have a lose-lose situation pretty much. If AI doesn't work, which it won't, at least not like what they're thinking it should work, we still lost our jobs. And like, a lot of money will get invested into something that we can't use, or can't reasonably use. And if they win, we still lose. Like, there's no way this is gonna have a good ending for us, essentially. Sunken cost. Yeah, exactly. Sunk cost fallacy. Exactly. You're exactly right there, Jano. It is that. And the investors, like, there's a bubble coming. I got laughed at for saying there's gonna be an AI bubble. It's gonna burst soon. And I said, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, let's see. Let's see. Because that looks like a bubble to me. Nvidia buying stuff. No, Microsoft buying stuff from Nvidia, and then the money goes to Oracle and it goes back to Microsoft again. And that kind of looks like a bubble, you know? Circular investment? What does that form? Like, what shape is that? It's like that, what was it again? Was it, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Or was it The Office? where someone says, oh yeah, this is my pitch, and they said, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. And he draws like, no, you have one. You recruit this many people, and these people recruit that many people. And then the other person says, okay, yeah, draw the shape around it, and it looks like a pyramid. Like that was a joke, right? That's comedy, but it's happening right now. That's why I keep saying parody is dead. I mean, why is the Onion still around? Like, the things they can come up with, real life already is much more bizarre. Was it The Office? I think it was. Can't remember. Want to say a triangle just to be dumb, but yeah, pyramid scheme, exactly. I mean, in the term of MLMs, right? Multi-level marketing. Also, you should never fall for that. You're gonna lose money. And our pension system is a Ponzi scheme. That's a pyramid scheme, but without a product. It's just with investments. So that's kind of the difference between a Ponzi scheme and a MLM. I know a lot of MLM nuts they say, no, it's not a Ponzi scheme. We have a product that we sell. Yeah, okay, but look at the shape of the thing. Look where the money goes. It's a closed system where you need, and also with like mathematically, if you think about it and you do the math, I think was it 16 cycles? You need to recruit more people than there are people living on planet Earth, so like, that doesn't work. Crazy world we live in, huh? Really crazy word. No, not word. World. But yeah, words I guess can also be crazy. And still no shiny. We are at 90 eggs. At least it's going quickly. And she's already crossing her arms. Okay, by the way this is going, it is going pretty quickly. So yeah, I think maybe we'll actually have it tomorrow. Maybe. I'm hopeful. Right, 91. Yeah, I'll get the 100 eggs tonight. That would work. But yeah, isn't it funny that it's just ironic that people who were screaming, oh, there's a secret cabal and elite who kill children and are rapists and all that, and then they vote for people who are that? Crazy. Right, our lady got her arms crossed again. The kind of dark topics that we discuss on a Christmas video, but or stream, but yeah, welcome to Infinite Omniverse. This is just what happens sometimes. Or we have the like really happy-go-lucky music in the background, and then we talk about the darkest crap. Just that's a theme. Like that was already like that in 2023. Well, okay, I didn't really stream that much in 2023. That's where I started streaming slowly. Alright, 93 now. Alright. No, at least it doesn't take as long to... doesn't take as many egg steps, and the eggs get generated really quickly, or rather quickly. I guess the devs know that Delibird isn't really something that people want. As sad as it sounds. I really wish Delibird would be better. Like, why has Delibird not gotten an evolution for, like, why? Animal Crossing music plays, the government is trying to control you. Sorry, yeah. I mean, that, it really is like that, though. It really is like that. Or other dark stuff, for like, we had cute Kirby music playing, and then we were talking about true crime or something like that. Kind of random thought. Funny how people are voting for those that promise and deliver, even though some of their decisions are very wrong. Yeah. But then again, I think we should be taught politics and financial literacy in schools. Like, I think that's also a problem. Wasn't there a certain mustache man that did the same? Yeah. Kind of seeing the same things happen again. But man, it's just like... the denial is so strong. It really is. Alright, 95. True, there's so many topics that would be very useful to teach in schools, yeah. Financial literacy is one. Politics would be another one. I know a lot of people don't like politics, and it can be really boring and bureaucratic. I get it. But it is still, like, you can't get around it, unfortunately. That's just the way it is. Unless you want to live in the woods somewhere, really alone and isolated. But even then, that would not be legal. Like, you can't do that, actually. At least not where I live. Alright, 96. How to file taxes 101. Yeah. I mean, I've heard that filing, I don't know, hello nerd, if you're in from the US. I've heard that filing taxes in the US is much less transparent than it is in Europe. But still, like, things like that, or what is a mortgage, what is a loan, what is interest, like, that should be taught in schools. I got lucky, my parents taught me that, but, like, why didn't the school teach me that? Isn't that something crucial to know? At least I would say so. I think that's very crucial. Also, how to cook, how to clean. Back when my mom, she's from like the 50s, or born in the 50s, so she's a boomer. Luckily, she's not that kind of boomer, so I'm really proud of you. Love you, mama. Mwah. But yeah, she actually had classes on how to like have a household, how to clean properly, how to cook. And why do we not have that? Like, shouldn't everyone know how to feed themselves? Stuff like that would be very useful, since I've never really been told how that stuff works. So I wouldn't have an inkling how to file taxes. If you need help with that, my sister is a tax woman rather. I can maybe help you out for free. I wouldn't ask anything. But yeah, like, that's luck on my part, right? That I have a sister who works as a tax person. And there's so many things that you can actually send in to lower your taxes if you really know what you're doing. And it's another unfair advantage some people have over others. All I know is how to make a cup ramen and grilled cheese. And I'm from America. Where are you from? I'm from Luxembourg. Also Luxembourgish, born and raised. Well, my dad is from Italy, so I'm technically also Italian. I don't really speak Italian. I mean, I'm trying to learn it, but I don't need tax returns because I'm still looking for a job. And I mean, the quote-unquote job that I have, YouTube, I don't get enough in order to, like, that's still under the threshold to get taxed. Yeah, Jano is from Luxembourg too. A real life friend, actually. And that is egg number 100, and it is midnight where I am now. So yeah, that was the Christmas Eve stream. Thankfully, it's like the eggs get generated really quickly, and they also hatch really quickly. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing the same stream tomorrow instead of the Legends Arceus stream. And yeah, let's hope that maybe it'll shine tomorrow, who knows. And yeah, that was the stream for tonight. I hope you had as much fun as I did. The conversations again, I know, right? It's always like that. But yeah, other than that, I wish you a nice Christmas Eve, and hopefully I'm gonna see all of you guys tomorrow. So until then, bye bye.